Hello, you wonderful people on YouTube. Today, I want to showcase a updated article that we have released on Strapi.io website. You could check it out. It's all about how to build a blog with Astro 3 and Strapi 4. Here's a basic demo of the project we're going to build. You could read the articles. Yes, it's very basic, but it's designed to showcase how easily you could get started with Strapi and Astro. But with that being said, in today's video, I'm going to walk you through how to check out the demo project that we built in the article that I shared. I'm going to give you a basic walkthrough, show you some basic examples, and why Astro is awesome. If you've never used Astro before, it is amazing. It allows you to generate static websites. And what's really cool, sometimes React, Next.js, or even Remix might be an overkill. So why not build your basic application with just HTML, CSS, and JavaScript? And that's exactly what Astro allows you to do. And it's perfect for so many awesome applications. And you could see that it's great for blogs, marketing sites, agency, websites, e-commerce, and portfolios. So in this video, we're going to do a quick project overview to show you what to expect, and I recommend you check out the article in the description below to try build your own version of this website. And what's awesome, our Astro application is going to be powered by Strapi, which allows you to manage content from anywhere. It comes with this amazing admin UI panel and ability to create your API in minutes. Just like in this example, here you could see my live Strapi instance where under content managers, you could see that I have my authors, my categories, and my posts, which is pretty cool. And if you want to learn more how to get started with Strapi, I'm going to share a cool Strapi crash course that you could check out that I did on my own channel. And of course, you could self-host Strapi. There's many different platforms like Render, Heroku, DigitalOcean. But if you're an agency or SMB and you just don't want to deal with the headaches that come with the deployment process, or you want to be able to manage multiple projects in one area, Strapi Cloud will be for you. You could try it out for 14 days absolutely free. But today, I'm going to walk you through the project that we built based off this blog post that I suggest you check out. I'm going to go to the completed project repo, and here I'm going to click this code button, and I'm going to use GitHub to clone the project. Navigate to your terminal in the folder where you'd like to load this project and paste in the code. And let's navigate into our project folder and open it in VS Code. Here we have our Astro project. Here we have our backend Strapi application. And I also provided you some seed data that we could seed into our project. And more importantly, we have some scripts here that allows us to get started with the project quickly. So let me walk you through the steps now. Let me clear the terminal. And here we're going to type yarn setup to download all the dependencies for our project. Once all the dependencies installed, open your project in VS Code. Back inside our Astro blog project, make sure that you copy .env.example content and create a .env file. I already done so off screen, so you don't have to see me type. And you're going to do the same thing inside headless blog folder, making sure that you copy the content of the .env.example file to .env.folder. Once that is done, let's seed our data. We're going to type yarn seed. That's going to start a script that I created that's going to go ahead and seed our project with data. Just go ahead and click yes, because this is our initial seed, so it's okay. We're not worried about overwriting any data. Click enter. It's going to go ahead and seed your data. If you take a look at our package.json folder, you could see that the seed command basically runs our deet script that will go ahead and import our data using our DTS data transfer system and import it into your project. Now we could run yarn dev using concurrently to start both projects. It's going to go ahead and start our front end and build our backend application. Once our backend application starts, you're going to be prompted to create your first admin user. Go ahead and do so now. Strapi.io, secure password monkey1234. It's perfectly okay because I'm on my local computer and no one will ever guess it. Click let's start to get going. If you go on the content manager, you're going to see that we have our author, our categories, and our posts, and that all came from using our deets feature to seed our data. And what's really awesome, you could check out your front end and you have all of our blog posts. And what's awesome, all of this is managed from our Strapi application, which allows me as a content editor to easily manage and update my data. For instance, why if I want to have different title, like you are all awesome. I'm going to click save. Now, because we're using Astro, we need to rebuild this application. In the development mode, I didn't set up any hooks, but you're able to go into settings and create a webhook that's going to trigger a rebuild of your application on the server where you're managing your content. For instance, it could be Render, it could be on Heroku or DigitalOcean. But for me here today, I'm going to rebuild my project manually. So I'm going to stop my project and I'm going to run yarn dev. We're going to open our front end one more time, scroll down, and notice here, you are all awesome, which is really great. If you want to check out how we build this application, you could check out this blog post that I'm going to link in the description below. But what's awesome, I didn't really have to do too much from the Strapi point of things. Inside my content type builder, I created my collection types for author, category, and post. I added some data, and then inside my settings under roles and public, I gave public permission to the endpoints that I want to access for author, for category, and our post. This allowed me to go to our endpoints like API/post and get the data to consume on the front end. So taking a look at our code under our Astro blog, this is where our Astro lives. We could take a look at our source. We have our components, our layout, which is our wrapper component, and our pages. What's cool, Astro uses file-based routing that allows you to create a folder, which will be a route. We have two different routes, one for our index page, which is where you see our blog grid that displays all the content. So here's the view that you see, and the items here come from this page. We are making a basic fetch request to our endpoint. We're using our QS library to be able to write our query in object notation. If you ever feel confused or wanted to better understand populate and filtering in Strapi, you could check out demystifying Strapi populate and filtering that you could find on strapi.io blog section. Continuing on, once we get our data, we're passing it to our blog grid component. If we take a look at our blog grid component, we are basically getting our data, we are mapping through the items, and we're passing them to our blog grid item Astro component. And what's awesome here, if you take a look at this component, it is literally using HTML. I'm not using React, it's just basic HTML and using Tailwind for styling, which is awesome. And I'm able to write all the JavaScript that gets stripped out once the applications are built in order to add the content inside my HTML. If we inspect our page, all we see is all of our HTML that has been returned. Then we have our post route, which has our dynamic route to which we pass a slug. If we take a look at this component in more detail, here we're using get static paths. Because this is statically generated site, we need to make sure that we get all the data ahead of time. So we're fetching the data, we're getting all the data that is required in order to build all the pages on build time. We're getting the slugs for all the possible pages, and we're getting all the posts. We're passing it down to our Astro component that's going to be responsible for rendering that site. So the single block item component here is responsible for showing our data. And again, this is just using HTML and Tailwind with a little bit of JavaScript in the front matter. So if we navigate to our site, this is the single detail page that's generated by that code. I hope you enjoyed this video and definitely enjoyed the article that I linked in the description below. And with that being said, I just want to say thank you so much for supporting us here at Strapi. Our community, all of you are all important to us. And I want to say that every Monday through Friday during the week from 12:30 p.m. CST time, we have our open office hours where anybody could come in and ask us questions or just have a chat with us. So if you haven't done that before, I hope to see you on Discord. And with that being said, have a great rest of the day, evening, night, wherever you are. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.